So today I want to talk about the know, like, and trust factor. The know, like, and trust factor is often a concept that has been developed within like the business world, but it very much so applies to authors as well. Basically, to break the concept down, it's when someone wants to purchase something from you, they usually want to know, like, and trust you before they jump in and purchase things from you. And a lot of celebrities utilize this, right? When they publish books, they'll have big name celebrities that will validate their book. Or if you notice, some other big name companies like Nike will use different celebrities to promote their products because this increases the know, like, and trust factor. If typical consumers like you and I see that somebody famous or somebody we're familiar or comfortable with has purchased the product, we're more inclined to buy it. Now, that's typically how it works in the marketing and business realm, but how it applies to authors is we have to think of ways to increase our know, like, and trust factor for our audience so that when we publish a book, we're able to say, see, you know, like, and trust me. Now you should be able to take that next step and purchase my book. And so today I want to share two concepts or two ways that you can increase your know, like, and trust factor. So in turn, you're actually able to increase your sales as well. So the first thing that you can do is you can let your audience be familiar with your writing and who you are as an expert. Okay, you have a lot of different options for this. You can consider blogging or podcasting or doing YouTube videos, things like this, because this is an opportunity to really highlight your expertise. I can't tell you how many people have come to me from seeing a YouTube video and saying, oh, I want to take that next step because I've given things of value away for free. I've given tips and strategies and highlighted what I know on YouTube. So then they're ready to take that next step. They trust me to take that next step because they know I know my stuff. Blogging works really well, exceptionally well for authors because this is an opportunity to showcase your writing. This is an opportunity for people to see what your writing style is like and to see if it really resonates or speaks to them. And then they may in turn be more inclined to purchase your book. In addition, when you blog, it helps you to really, I found that it helped me to really develop and dive into my writing voice. And I felt like a stronger writer because not only was I writing books, but I was also writing blogs pretty regularly. And so it really helped me to develop my writing and be more structured and more confident with my writing overall. So you have those options, YouTube, blogging. You could podcast. Again, podcast is a great way to really highlight your level of expertise, allowing people to see that you know your stuff, allowing people to see, wow, she's on so-and-so's podcast or she's been featured here. This allows you to really stand out in a saturated market, so to speak. So I want you to think about what you're comfortable doing. Would you like to start a podcast? Would you like to start reaching out to consider different podcasts you can be featured on? Would you like to blog? What would you like to do? And how can you show up there more regularly so that your audience has an opportunity to get a sample of who you are prior to purchasing the entire book? The second strategy is actually my favorite. So this is getting reviews before your book is published. Have you ever seen like a popular book from somebody that's well known and they have different reviews from people before the book's even published? And you're like, how did you get a review within 5 minutes of it being published? Or how did you already get reviews and feedback on the back of your cover and then sold it? Like, how does that happen? And that is because they're very strategic about getting the reviews ahead of time. And this is one of the concepts that I am really, really big at teaching, okay? When you go about publishing your book, you're going to want to get 2 to 3 reviews ahead of time. And the way that you can do that is you want to think of somebody who is an ideal reader, somebody who would typically purchase this book, somebody who you know would love this book, whether because it's impactful for them or entertaining for them or whatever it may be, and give them a copy of your book. It can be a digital copy, such as a Google Doc that you share or a Word doc, as long as you trust them not to copy it, but you can give them a copy. When you give them the copy, you just ask them in exchange, can you give me a brief review of this book? And let me explain why this is so beneficial. There's 2 different reasons. The first reason is if someone gives you feedback and they're like, I really liked the book, but I wish that there were more practical tips or strategies. Now you have enough time to decide if you want to shift or change or add things or take away things prior to your big launch, right? If they give you great feedback and they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love this book because this, and this. Now you can showcase that review prior to you publishing or right when you publish, and you can say, this is what my readers are saying about my book. Now, think about it. When you typically purchase something, let's say on like Amazon or something like that, let's say you're purchasing a coffee table for your living room, right? You know the company is going to gas the coffee table up. The company is going to tell you all the great features of the coffee table. But what do you typically look at? You're probably looking at price. And then you're probably going to look at the reviews. What are people saying about it that's great? What are people complaining about? The reason that we do that is because as consumers, we want to know that this is a valid purchase, that this is a good purchase, and why it's a good purchase. So you want to be able to do the same thing with your book. If you can showcase real feedback and real reviews and real takeaways of what people are getting from your book, then now it validates other people that are maybe on the edge and wondering if they should purchase it or not. So you could use those reviews and post them on social media prior to publishing your book or right after you publish it. You can post those on your website. If somebody were to ask you what is feedback about your book, you can share it. But these reviews really help to highlight and showcase your expertise and what people can get by taking that next step in purchasing your book. So it really solidifies and strengthens that know, like, and trust factor, which in turn is able to increase your sales. So I'm going to challenge you to do two things. Figure out where you can show up online consistently, whether that's podcasting, YouTube, blogging, or just really being super relevant on social media and engaging. And then I'm also going to challenge you to consider ways that you can go about finding people in your ideal reader market that you can offer a sample copy of your book for them to give you true feedback. Now, don't try to cheat the system and get your mom and your sister to do it. You got to really find people that are going to give you true feedback, because that's where real growth happens. And that's when you can honestly show people the review and feel sincere and honest about it. If you're looking for more support on the aspiring author journey, and you're looking for more support with strategies and ability to find success with the marketing, definitely use the link below to sign up for a totally free call with me, where you and I can just hop on the phone, and as a coach, I can talk about how I can support you with being able to plan, publish, and prosper from your book. I look forward to connecting with you very soon. Have an amazing day.